This is Alesthane Garfield once again, and I'm here today actually to take a look at an idea I think that would improve the game of Dungeons and Dragons online. Basically, my idea is to make wilderness adventure areas free to play. All of them. And I'll explain why. One of the biggest concerns right now is how to attract new players into the game, and now that it's Standing Stone Games instead of Turbine. And one of the biggest challenges DDO faces is the sheer amount of content that's within the game that may prove a little daunting to new players. That being said, I think one of the biggest ways they can help this, and to make sure that new players stay interested and are able to earn XP throughout all levels, is to make the wilderness adventure areas free to play. This would also have the added benefit of having the wilderness adventure areas be a place to place quests. Right now we have several wilderness adventure areas which are so vast and just big, wonderful places to run around. But that's all you do in them. They're wilderness, they're adventure, and they're areas. However, when they released DDO's expansion Sentinels of Stormreach, they placed a quest out in the Searing Heights. And I thought this was brilliant. Because now, I mean, a lot of people didn't even know that Searing Heights existed. Because, you know, the traditional path to 20 doesn't take you through wilderness adventure areas, especially on your first life. I mean, there's just so much XP now. If you are VIP, or if you've bought all the packs. But going out into the wilderness adventure areas on your way to a quest just feels so much more natural than walking up to, say, some guy in the marketplace and he teleports you out to the Glade Watch Outpost. That's it. And fighting there. Why don't you travel out to the Glade Watch Outpost? Why don't we travel out? I mean, we get a little bit of that in Threnal, which I know a lot of people don't like, but they fixed Coil. Threnal's actually pretty enjoyable now, I think. But when you look at these adventure areas, like the Stormhorns, they're so big, but there's only 5 quests out there, but they're so big. It would be great to have some small quests out there, and even if they were free to play, to be able to walk out there and get the XP. Maybe they program it in an XP hit, or, you know, they have Slayer pots. Maybe they have one where, you know, if, I don't know, maybe, I don't even like that. No, they just leave them alone. Just leave them alone. But it would be great to go out and adventure in the Stormhorns, and adventure out in Menacterin. I mean, Menacterin's pretty loaded. Don't get me wrong. Menacterin's pretty okay, but the Vale's only got 5 quests. You could put 4 or 5 more quests in the Vale, easy. You could probably put 1 or 2 more out in Menacterin. The Stormhorns. You could triple the number of quests out there and still be a little on the low side. But then, you know, the new players would go in, they'd see these wonderful areas, and they'd run across these, you know, quest locations, and they'd be all like, man, well, if this is good, I mean, and the Stormhorns and Menacterin and the Orchard of the Macabre are beautiful areas, just beautiful areas to walk around in. They think the content's so great, and maybe I'll buy the pack and see what's inside this cave out here in the Stormhorns, or this crypt out here in the Orchard of the Macabre, or Menacterin. And I think that adding that much content, and then the flexibility for, or adding that much content for free-to-play players, and then adding the potential for adding even more content to those zones would certainly help the game immensely. So with that idea, I know Standing Stone Games has no real reason to listen to me, but you know, I'm a fan and I'm doing these videos, and maybe it's something that they'll look at, they'll watch, and maybe take to heart somewhere down the line. I don't expect it soon. I don't even expect it ever. It's just an idea. It's something I would do, but I'm not a developer. I'm just a bard. And on that note, no matter how it turns out, I wish each and every one of you peace and good questing. Thanks for listening.